Hello, my fellow yarnstrosities. On today's episode of Crochet Cheat Sheet, I'm going to be showing you how to do a slip knot.
Crochet Cheat Sheet.
For this tutorial, I'm using my chunky yarn and a 6.5mm hook. If this is your first time working with yarn and hook, I do recommend a slightly thicker weight yarn and a slightly bigger hook just until you get the hang of working with the yarn, working with your tension, doing the stitches, and so on. So to start doing my slip knot, I'm going to drape my yarn over my index finger like this. I'm going to grab onto that yarn with my thumb and hold it between my thumb and forefinger. I'm going to take this end of the yarn, the working yarn. This is the end that is still attached to your skein. I'm going to grab that, wrap it around my index finger, and make sure that it's behind this loose tail. Okay, so if it's like this, you're just going to take your working yarn, wrap it around, make sure you go behind your loose tail, and wrap it around like this so that you have an X shape on the bottom of your finger. Hold on to that with your thumb and wrap the yarn around again so that it sits on the top of your fingernail. You can do this a bit lower down on your finger if you find it easier. However, it will be a bit more difficult to get it off of your finger once you're doing the actual slip knot. So now you have two strands of yarn wrapped around your finger. You have your top yarn and you have your bottom yarn. On the underside of your finger, you have the X like this, and this will be the working yarn that is attached to your skein. So I'm just going to grab onto that X again so it doesn't move. Now what you want to do is you want to take this bottom strand of yarn, grab it between your fingers and just pull it over the top strand of yarn like that. All right, so if I can show you, this is what it will look like. You'll have this loop on your finger over here, and from the top it'll look like you just have your one top piece of yarn on your finger. Now you're ready to get that onto your hook. There it is. This is your slip knot. You'll insert your hook through the knot just like this. Grab onto the working yarn, that is the strand of yarn that is attached to the skein, and pull that tight. All right, there you have it. That is how you do a slip knot. I'll show you that again. And to get rid of a slip knot, it's pretty easy. You just take hold of both sides of the yarn and tug on it. Poof, he's gone. Slip knot assassination. That sounds like a cool name for a metal band, but I digress. So, drape the yarn over your index finger, clamp down with your thumb, wrap it around, go behind the loose end of yarn, make an X, clamp down on the X with your thumb, wrap it around your nail like so, and just hold on to that with the rest of your hand. Now grab the bottom piece of yarn. Remember, this is top, this is bottom. Grab the bottom end of the yarn and just flip it over the top strand like that and off your finger. Now you have your little knot. This loop that's sticking up here, this is where your hook goes in. Put it in and just tug on the working yarn like that. You can also tug a little bit on this end just to make it nice and neat and tight. And there it is, your slip knot on your hook. If you found this tutorial helpful, then remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also drop me a Ko-fi in the Ko-fi link that I'll leave in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching and see you again next time. Bye!
This is crazy. I'm seeing ghosts over here.